voices. Let's bring in Congressman Adam Schiff, who is one of the members of the January 6th committee. Congressman, good to have you with us. When you see that, what goes through your mind? And do you have any evidence that Congressman Loudermilk did anything wrong?
Well, what goes through my mind is, I've been through those tunnels. I've been through those stairwells. Part of that was the exit route for members of Congress during that attack. And I've never seen people so fascinated with taking photos of stairwells. So it looks very odd, to put it mildly. And of course, the same individual comes back the following day during those attacks on the Capitol. He's marching up to the Capitol, and you just played some of that audio. And what's equally baffling in terms of my Republican colleague, Mr. Loudermilk, is he's not giving tours, period. And then he admitted giving a tour, but said it was a family with small children, basically suggested nothing to see here. The video looks very different than what was represented. So we want him to come in. We'd like to hear his explanation. Perhaps it's an innocent one, but the earlier denials raise some pretty profound questions.
Of course, Congressman Loudermilk says that he's already been cleared by U.S. Capitol Police. They looked into this. He issued a statement saying that this is just more of the smear campaign. Your reaction to that? And then also, has anyone in that group been criminally charged?
In terms of him saying he's been cleared by Capitol Police did release correspondence saying they didn't see anything suspicious in the video. Now, I don't know what video they were looking at. And I also don't know whether the Capitol Police chief who wrote that letter was aware that the person taking those photographs of stairwells was also, it appears, one of these people marching up to the Capitol expressing violent intent. So I think all of us on the committee are quite baffled at that letter from the Capitol Police. And we hope it's not a lack of diligence on the part of the chief. But we're seeking explanations about that, too. In terms of whether anyone has been charged, that I can't say. But clearly, there's a basis to want to talk to this member of Congress. We have reiterated our request. We're not accusing him of anything, but obviously there are some serious questions he should answer.
So there's going to be another hearing tomorrow that you're going to be a part of. We want to play a clip right now of former White House lawyer Eric Hirschman recalling a phone call with Trump advisor John Eastman.
And he started to ask me about something dealing with Georgia and preserving something potentially for appeal. And I said to him, "Are you out of your effing mind? Now I'm going to give you the best free legal advice you're ever getting in your life. Get a great effing criminal defense lawyer. You're going to need it." And then I hung up on him.
So I know we can't get into the specifics, but broadly, what are we looking at tomorrow? What's the focus?
Well, and it's interesting about that interview. Mr. Hirschman was, you might remember, one of the most bombastic of Trump's defense attorneys during the impeachment trial, the first impeachment trial. So this is not some never-Trumper who is saying this. This is someone who had, essentially loudly proclaimed the president's innocence before. But now he is saying, with respect to Eastman, the day after that violent attack, still pushing this stuff, that, he only wants to hear one thing out of him, and that's we need an orderly transition. So that's pretty powerful stuff. I think what you're going to hear tomorrow in a hearing focused on the pressure campaign against the vice president is how the vice president's life was put in jeopardy, that of his family as well. There were people chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." They were motivated, I think, by the president's tweets and comments. And it just shows the degree to which the president, Donald Trump, notwithstanding 4 years of loyal service, dutiful, head nodding by the vice president to pretty much everything he wanted to do or say, when he, at the very end, did his constitutional duty, that is, the vice president did his duty, the president turned on him in a way that put his life at risk.
We're running out of time. I'm going to ask this as a yes or no. There's 3 more hearings, including tomorrow. Of course, it really comes down to Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, if in fact he will prosecute former President Trump. Do you expect that to happen? Yes or no?
Well, I don't know, but our role is not the prosecutorial one. Our role is to expose the facts and prescribe remedies to protect the country going forward, and that's what we were going to do. I hope the Attorney General is watching. He says that he is, and I believe him. I believe there's evidence for him to investigate the former president. Just as a federal judge in California said, it's likely multiple laws were violated, and I think it's the responsibility of the department to investigate.
Congressman Adam Schiff, thank you so much, and we look forward to when you lead the hearings eventually as well. We appreciate the time tonight.
Thank you.